Hey everybody, Venus is in Leo from June 5th until October 9th, 2023. What does this mean for your sign? We're going to dive in with an exciting oracle deck and some tarot to find out what you need to know about your heart-centered body, mind, and spirit glow up. So keep watching. So Venus is in Leo, the sign of the heart in astrology, and she brings interesting energy to that sign. It's a lot about drama, glamour, excitement, but it's also about self-love, self-care, and feeling good in your body, feeling just on fire for your creative projects and for life. So we have an oracle deck that I think is very Venus in Leo, that it has this energy for me of that particular transit. So we're going to pull a card for each sign and then clarify it with tarot to give you a message that you can use in terms of this transit from June through October. The reading is timestamps. Timestamps are in the description and the first pinned comment. And Ariel and I would like to invite you to join my new YouTube channel membership. You can click the join button here on my channel and learn more about it. All right, let's get into your reading. All right, Aries, let's see what your Venus in Leo glow up message is for your highest good going forward with this energy, Aries. All right, let's see what we have. Have to keep them away from Ariel. Ooh, look at this gorgeousness. All right, let's see what it says. Reborn of love, the cosmic dancer, ecstasy, unfurling. Ooh, cosmic dancer, Aries. Okay. Number 21, reborn of love, surrender. This is a portal to grace. You're stepping into the garden, electric with surrender. And it's focused also on your heart chakra, this particular card. You are responding to the clarion call of life, unfurled, an embodiment of innovative answers, an encoded evolutionary dance choreographed in the future. Ooh, the island of the mind, resting in an ocean of love. Okay. Let go of all desire to control. In doing so, you will discover the feeling of love imbued in every living cell, the beginning dissolved, the end expanding, the infinite garden. So this is about your heart chakra. And, you know, everything's a metaphor with these cards, but this is about being reborn. And I think also with this idea of the cosmic dancer and deeper into the garden, I think being reborn into your true desires, like really acknowledging them to yourself and dancing your way toward fulfilling them. Okay, so let's clarify this with the tarot. Wow, gorgeous, gorgeous energies, Aries. So, of course, also doing a dance class, something about moving your body. And moving your body in a sensual and sensuous manner, like maybe through belly dance or, Zumba or something like that, might be a good thing. But this is about the rebirth of your true desires. All right, let's see what we need to know for you about that. 4 of Pentacles. Interesting. And look at the Empress. Wow. So 2 double Taurus energies. We got double Taurus, lots of green going on here. We had a lot of green. Taurus is your second house of self-esteem and money. Venus rules Taurus. Of course, we're asking about Venus energies here for you, Aries. So this is about grounding into reality some exciting new initiatives that utilize your creativity with the Empress showing up here. So yes, they could be business related. They could be money generating activities. But it also could just be some sort of creative activity that you feel very, in tune with your, life force energy about, and having it being grounded into reality, into some sort of concrete form. Okay, with the Taurus, the Four of Pentacles. So, I think that this is going to be a very interesting transit for you. It lasts about 4 months, as we know. So I think that you're going to start putting your creative energy into something brand new that by the end of this transit may be ready to be released into the world with the Four of Pentacles, may start making you some money, because this is also your house of money here, the Taurus. But first and foremost, the motivation is not necessarily financial. The motivation here is really just, as it says here, reborn of love, like investing your energy into growing the things that you love in your life, especially that come from your heart and your creative self-expression with this going on here. But this is very practical. The Four of Pentacles is, very down to earth, very practical. So this is about putting it into some sort of concrete form. Four of Pentacles is also real estate energy for me, home energy. So there could be, also some revitalization in terms of your home. Really, investing your energy into a garden, investing your energy into making your home more beautiful, a more stable and grounding place for you as well. You may be investing your creative energy into manifesting a home that's more to your liking in some way. Like it may have more room for you, or may have a better view, or whatever. Okay, so, very nice energies here, Aries. All right, Taurus, let's see what you need to know about using the Venus energy over the next several months with the Oracle deck. Check in, and then we'll clarify with some tarot. Taurus. Okay, here we go. Ooh, isn't this beautiful? What does this say? Fall unto thee. Oh my gosh, look at that. Fall unto thee. Number 9, birthing pools, sacral chakra, sweetness. We might fall into a hypnosis that numbs the body of our truth. We might close the portals deep within with repression and denial. We might turn away from our sacred hearts, the earth, our body. Or we may choose to unfurl to the love that we are together and fall unto thee. The sweet taste of surrender, the taste of softness. By the edge of the forest near the river where the canna lilies grow, stardust rises and falls with her breathing. We listen to her in the sacred water. In every direction, we know the love that we are. I'm getting chills down my legs. You know the love that you are, Taurus. It's time to surrender to your own sweetness and be more kind, gentle, and giving and loving to yourself. Okay? So, wow. And this looks like an empress, doesn't it? Which is, of course, connected to your energy. This is a very Taurus image, I think. Isn't this beautiful? All right, let's see what we need to know about this. So birthing pools and the sacral chakra, which is about self-esteem, creativity, and of course our money as well, the sacral chakra. So I think it's about birthing some sort of new self-concept, a new way that you're treating yourself with more loving kindness is what I feel. Okay, all right, let's see what we need to know about that over the next, 4 months with this transit. All right, let's see what we got, Taurus, to help you with these energies. The Six of Wands, isn't that beautiful? And the Three of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, beautiful energies here. Okay. I love this deck very much. And the decks are linked below, by the way. This Six of Wands in this deck, sipping from the nectar of life, this beautiful hummingbird, victory and success with the Six of Wands. This is just like feeling good. But the Six of Wands also is a leadership energy. It's a champion energy. So this to me is about championing, not championing, but championing your truth. toward yourself, I feel. I mean, yes, speaking your truth with love and care to other people, but this is also about the things you tell yourself. Look, the flowers even matching here, okay? Speaking to yourself the way somebody you admire would also speak to you with loving kindness. Okay, because again, Six of Wands is like a leader energy. So someone you look up to, how would they speak to you? Would they speak to you in the way you sometimes speak to yourself if you sometimes are overly critical or something like that? So this is also about the sweetness of sipping from the nectar of life and investing your energy into especially throat chakra related things. And your sign rules the throat. So it can be performing, it can be singing, it can be, acting, writing even. I mean, writing uses your voice. It's just in the written form. Doing a podcast, something where it's something creative you really enjoy, and you're able to speak your truth. But also this can just be sipping from the nectar of life, taking charge of making sure there's more sweet activities in your life, that you're going to start birthing them into your reality, because maybe you've been too caught up with work. Here's the Three of Coins. You've been too caught up with that type of stuff, as we all do, and that happens. But it's the summer. Sorry for my people down under. It's the summer. It is meant to be enjoyed. So with the Three of Coins here, it might be a good idea to have a summer bucket list of creative, pleasurable, joyful, sweet ways you can treat yourself. And it doesn't have to cost a lot of money, right? It does not. That you can treat yourself to enjoy this season of lushness, fertility, creative activities, and scheduling them in. Because sometimes if we don't schedule them in, they kind of slip by the wayside. I watched a lovely video this morning by someone whose videos I watch. I might tag her in this video, but Little Boho Cottage, check out her channel if you like just videos about, just a young woman living her life, with her little dog or cottage in the woods. And she was talking about making a summer bucket list. And I think that's a fabulous idea. And that's what's speaking to me with this energy also, because the Three of Coins is about a plan. So I think it's time for you to make a plan for this sweetness in your life. And the Three of Coins can also be getting together with a small group of people to accomplish something. So maybe you need a little outside motivation with a couple of friends to schedule in these activities, to go to the park or go to listen to the summer concerts, summer concert series, or whatever you want to do. Okay. So I suggest that might be a good thing to get implemented for yourself this summer. And be especially mindful of how you speak to yourself. But also, because Venus is in your 4th house in this transit, it might also be helpful to make sure you stand up for yourself with people in your immediate circle, like family, and making sure that they are speaking to you with loving kindness and respect also. Okay, that really, letting them know that if they're not, that's not okay. All right, Gemini, let's see what you need to know about this Venus in Leo transit. What is a message for your glow up spiritually, mentally, physically? What does Gemini need to know? Gemini! Okay. Ooh, isn't this beautiful? We have Deja Vu number 42, where roses bloom. Defy the past, define the future. You are only one thing. Amour. You are love. You are amour. Oh, I love this. And we have the message of unity. Unfurl with intense beauty, rare, fresh, exquisite, and vulnerable playfulness. That is you, Gemini. Vulnerable playfulness. Not to be taken for granted without asking, with force. Give forth only through self-authority and in agreement with one's personal timing, Body strategy and unique human design. That's interesting. Only give when you feel that self-authority and in agreement with your personal timing. Very important message there. Okay. There's no right or wrong way to be alive and free within yourself. One's personal grace unfurls naturally upon one's unique path. Okay. I ask Spirit, what is my part? I listen and live in response, trusting that I belong, unified with who I truly am. Yes, beautiful. So interesting. You are only one thing, love. I think this is really important, this message. Give forth only through self-authority and in agreement with your personal timing. So let's see what we need to know about that. And deja vu, again, it's the sense that you've been here before, that you've usually, I think we've already dreamed something. And then when it happens in this reality, it triggers often that deja vu. Our dream life is so active. Even if you don't remember your dreams, they're tucked away somewhere in the subconscious. And then when it happens out here, it's the deja vu. I'm not saying every deja vu is originates from that, but I think a lot of it does. All right, so let's see what we need to know for you with this self-authority. Because I think there may be something here. Again, this to me is a little bit about knowing when to take action. Maybe something with boundaries. All right, so let's see. But responding in love. And only giving that which you feel called to give and not letting yourself end up giving too much. Look, the Six of Pentacles, interesting. And the Page of Swords. Okay. All right. Yeah. Personal timing, body strategy, unique human design. Okay. So defy the past, like say past, whatever, right? Define the future. That's your Page of Swords here. And then your own authority, this Six of Pentacles. And interesting, the six is coming up here associated with your sign and energy. This is about navigating that balance of how we give our energy. So, I think one of the main reasons we are on this planet is to share of our gifts, our talents, to help those that we care about, to experience life, to share experiences with other people also. So the Six of Pentacles can be like, I've got to kind of recalibrate the balance in my life. Where am I investing my time, money, and energy? Am I listening to my self-authority, as this card is saying? Does it feel right? Does it fit for me with what I am doing and who I'm doing it with, also with this other person involved here? And also, since you are the twins, right? And we have like a twin imagery going on in this card. It's like, it has been said, I don't know if I totally agree with this, but it's like the Gemini has the good twin and the naughty twin, right? So, sometimes when Gemini gets frustrated, the naughty twin comes out, and you know what I'm saying, right? So you want to make sure that you're fully aligned with what you're doing so that you are in balance and that naughty twin doesn't come out of frustration and, but this is also can be just kind of like a 60-40 balancing act as well. So really looking at your close, I would say, intimate partnership and how much you're giving versus, how much you feel you're also getting back. And it's rarely ever a 50-50 situation all the time. That's just the nature of relationships. Things ebb and flow with the ups and downs of a relationship and demands on personal time and things like that. But I think this is important to look at. And with this Page of Swords here, which is very Gemini, look at this, right? And there's the Wish, the dandelion. I think there is something that you want to start, the Page of Swords, that's calling to you. That's calling to you that you do love, right? This card is also about amour. That's what it's, saying here. So you I think are going to embark upon something. It could be study, the guy standing on books. It could be something connected with your job. It's possible. It could be starting to write a book, market the book you already wrote. I mean, whatever. Okay, something very tuned into your energy, because it's also the swords. It is your energy. Over the next 4 months, I would say this is important to get the balance so that you can do this. If you have a lot of other responsibilities, or really communicating to your significant other if you have one, or the people in your family, but one person in particular who may be a particular drain on your energy, and saying to them, look, I'm trying to accomplish this over the next 4 months for myself. I have this, window of opportunity here with Venus and Leo, which is your third house of communications, Gemini. And I really want to get this done for myself. Like, can you please help with some household chores? We block off a time where you leave me alone so I can work on my project? That type of thing. Okay, and also getting the balance, stop working so much overtime and get the balance so you do have energy to invest in things that you love and enjoy. So think about that. All right, Cancer, let's see what you need to know about this Venus in Leo energy. Your goddess glow up for the Cancers. So what do you need to know? Ooh, look at this with the sunflowers. Ooh, the truth will set you free. Beautiful. Look at this. And interesting because it's the Leo with the sunflowers, and that is your second house of money and self-esteem. The truth will set you free. Listen to your wise heart and softly breathe a path ahead. Freshness is upon you now. Ooh, maybe a new fresh path with how you're feeling about yourself, your self-esteem, maybe with your finances. Within a flower are more flowers. Infinite fractals, a holographic universe. What flowers are unfurling within you? So you want to get ready for some new things to be blossoming in your life. Fluorescence sings with the harp of peace and harmony. This is your unique song. How many more verses in this magnum opus? Who are my songstresses or songwriters out there? Who's in the musical field watching this, Cancer? I think this is particularly a message for y'all. Go deeper, drink in the nectar of the quantum field. Take a leap, the sun is shining upon you, darling. You are safe to be. Sweet freshness, replenish, and your throat chakra. That's what this is all about in this card. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about that for you. Gorgeous. Ariel has taken possession of that side of the desk atop her own tarot deck so she does not disturb us. She has to have her own deck to either touch, lay on, or whatever. All right, Cancer, let's see. Wow, something beautiful. Listening to your wise heart, throat chakra. Go deeper. Singing the song of truth. Taking a leap on yourself. Leap into the future. All right. Cancer. All right, we have the Pisces energy, the Hangman. And we have your energy, the King of Cups. Wow. Okay. So there could be something about, there's our Leo. There could be something that you have been working on, or something that's been held up, that you've been maybe in a creative cocoon, hidden away, working on something related to some sort of blossoming creative endeavor. I think in your birthday season, it's time to bring something significant out of hiding and into the world. I also feel in your birthday season that it may be important for you to start writing a book, publish a book, because this is your 9th house. And it may also be very important for you to take some sort of trip by the water. Okay? In particular. That this is going to have the effect of, as it says here, replenishing you with sweet freshness. I think there's, because we got water here and water here, there's something about really connecting with your elemental energy. That's going to be especially important. I mean, we're talking about the whole Venus in Leo season. but really bathing yourself, immersing yourself in your element. And I mean that literally with the water, and I also mean it figuratively. So what is your element? What makes you feel replenished and makes you feel good? And that also, allows you to be creative, express your truth, etc. with the particular energies that are on this card. What brings you the peace and harmony that this card talks about? You are safe to be, again, you're safe to be emotional. You're safe to be creative. You're safe to be speaking your truth, living your truth, expressing your truth, immersed in your energy. There's something very affirming about your own energy here. Because sometimes your water signs, they get a bad rap from the other signs. Why are you so emotional? Why are you so this? Why are you so that? Okay, well, we are. All right, water just is. So I think there's something about that, but also just affirming your creative energy. And really taking a risk on something creative could be also a love affair with the water, all this water showing up. That is going to take you out of a comfort zone. Also, that's that 9th house kind of, venturing farther afield. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because notice in this deck with the King of Cups, there's the shark in the belly, but also the ship. Follow the ship in your heart, not the fears that you may have in your belly. It's also possible that if you're looking for love, there could be some interesting situation develop with your love life that maybe was held up in some way before. It's possible here, but you're coming at this situation from an enhanced self-esteem as well. You're not putting up with any shenanigans. Okay, so that's also possible for some of you that, if you've been hanging around kind of hoping that some sort of possible love connection would come in, it is very possible here. But again, act out of the ship in your heart and not the, shark in your belly, so to speak. Second house we're talking about here, which is also self-esteem. So anything you can do that gets you into life, taking a leap of faith on yourself instead of waiting around for permission also. Right? Because the hangman can sometimes be, I don't know, second guessing. It can be a self-sabotage energy. You're saying you're just protecting yourself, but are you really? Or are you, refusing to engage in life? Life is there for you. Life is unfurling for you. There's so much love waiting for you, Cancer. Okay, so go forth and blossom. All right, Leo, let's see what we need to know about your Venus in Leo glow up. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. What do you need to know for this important transit, Leo, in your sign? All right, let's see. Leos. Ooh, what is this one? The future beats within your heart. Ooh, look at that. The future beats within your heart. Number 35, the Song of Indigo. Intuit love. Third eye chakra. Replenish, dip into the velvet sea of endless space. It's time, or it's safe to let go, empty to simplicity. Enjoy the omnipresence of the unknown. Celebrate the sweet song in your heart. Let greater wisdom pour in through your indigo eye. Let energy swirl, sparkle, and shiver. Ooh. Let yourself simply rest. Do not force a thing. Let calm breathing intuit and inspire your course. The Song of Indigo is playing where the Trinity of heart, heaven, and earth meet. 3 wishes granted. Truth is thy name. Gorgeous energies here for you. All right, so some wishes granted, but here's the thing, right? It said 3 wishes granted. The thing is, it's about not forcing it. And you shouldn't have to force it. If Venus is in your sign, you are the magnet. Everybody's coming to you. They're attracted by your energy right now. You don't have to go out, make them love you, force a situation, perform or whatever. No, just be your radiant, gorgeous self. And things will flow to you. Okay, just intuit also, that which is right for you. The future beats within your heart, which is, you are the sign of the heart. Wow. As it says, let yourself simply rest. Do not force a thing. So that to me is the key message here. 3 wishes granted. Truth is thy name. All right, let's see what we need to know about that for you, Leos. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful energies here. Oops. Leo. All right, let's see what we have. Page of Swords. There's the wishes. And the 2 of Wands. Wow. Okay. All right, this is what I feel. I feel before the retrograde, Venus will go retrograde in your sign, I believe the 21st of July. I think before the retrograde happens, there's likely to be 1 wish granted. I think the other 2 with the 2 of Wands may come after September 4th when Venus goes direct again in your sign. Okay, because I'm not sure that, I'm saying that I think as a timing mechanism with the 2 of Wands. So we have 1 wish and then 1 and this wish and that wish. Okay, so I think because you may not be totally clear exactly on what those other 2 wishes are going to be comprised of. This one, I think you already know. You're holding it in your hand. You've kind of maybe even started manifesting it with the Page of Swords. Like you've been thinking about it. You've been journaling about it. Like your mind has been attuned to it. So it's ripe. It's ready to come in. Those seeds have already been flying out there. Those intentions to make that wish happen for you. But the 2 of Wands, especially in this deck, you can see she's got one idea in her hand, but she's also gazing up at the moon. The 2 of Wands can be about, I am thinking about my future. I am imagining my future, but it does have an element of what am I willing to do to go out and meet my future, to make my wishes happen? Because it can be from a place, even though she's on a rooftop here, but a place that is already known to you. And with the moon showing up here in this card, and even in the regular Rider-Waite, there is an element. You've got to get off that veranda. You got to get off that rooftop. You've got to leave behind or step away temporarily from that which is safe and familiar so that you can achieve what you want. It's a journey, right? It's a journey toward what you want. You don't want to get stuck on the rooftop just yearning and longing for the things that you want to have happen, to have your wishes manifest. So I think that's an important thing to think about. Because the 2 of Wands always looks like a gate to me with the wand on either side in the regular Rider-Waite. So I think that's important here. What are you willing to venture forth toward? And those 2 things may not be, like I said, entirely clear just yet. Or that's a conversation you still need to have with yourself. Because when Venus is in our sign, she definitely can bring gifts and goodies when she transits your own sign. Absolutely. But as we know, the more clarity you have around your desires, and we have to always ask for this or something better, of course. But the more clarity we have around our desires, the more easily, usually more quickly, etc., they can manifest. So I feel like with the moon too, it can be about the emotional clarity, right? And also the worldly clarity. Like how is this wish going to affect your day-to-day worldly life? How is this wish going to maybe affect your emotional life, your spiritual life, that type of thing. So I hope this makes sense. So it's like, I feel like this is already, it's on its way. These 2 need a bit more clarity for you. All right. And also with this, it can be about, it says, do not force a thing. It can be, again, that it's in process. There's a cycle. There may be, 2 months, because again, the moon, the number 2 months before the situation is ready to be manifest. So there is an element of timing, and sometimes we get impatient and we're like, well, how come it hasn't happened yet? La, 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 la. And then we try to force and make it happen. So I think that's also very important. It's really emphasizing with these images here, emphasizing that in this card as well. So 3 wishes. Clarify 2 of them. The other one, get ready. I think it's on its way to you. Very nice energies, Leo. All right, Virgo, what do you need to know for your Venus in Leo glow up? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. What do you need to know? Virgos. Ooh, look at this. Beautiful. Eternity. Number 13. Facing the sun. Ooh. The soul glistens. Tenderness. Solar plexus chakra. That is about your will and your confidence. Waiting, pausing. Stillness intimates. What is it? Stillness intimates. I don't know if that word is really used correctly here. Uniquely with our individual imagination. A place of softness where new visions clear the mist. In tenderness, we may meet the gentle warmth of the eternal sun within the vastness of life, without any desire, just feeling the lightness of our soul. Let us meet with the soul in an intimate dance, glittering with sunlit presence. Let us realize our appreciation of beauty as personal dialogue with the soul. Let our warm smile, you do have a very warm smile, Virgo. Let our warm smile be a gesture of a deep faith in oneself, infused with the very personal nature of eternity. Wow. Okay, so realize your dialogue with the soul, a gesture of a deep faith in yourself. Your soul is glistening. So it's interesting because the Venus in Leo is happening in your 12th house of the subconscious. So there can be an opportunity to heal, shift something about, baggage you've been carrying around about your self-worth, your beauty, right? Your self-esteem. So there could be some things like that. But I think here about realizing the eternal nature of your soul as well. And the deep faith in yourself, a gesture of deep faith in yourself. It's time to make a gesture of that to yourself. So let's see what the tarot has to say about that. So doing something you've always wanted to do that shows that you've got your own back, right? That you have that deep faith in yourself to learn, to grow, to achieve, to blossom, to do whatever your Virgo mind wants to do, right? Whatever it decides to do. All right. Whatever's going to make that beautiful Virgo smile come out. Oh, look at this. The Four of Cups. And there's your energy. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Oh my gosh. This is so interesting. All right, so this is absolutely about a gesture of your own personal empowerment. Your energy coming up here with the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Cups, as we know, it can be about raining on our own parade, can be second guessing ourselves, can be a little apathy. Well, why should I try? It didn't work before. Can be a little bit of a melancholy or a funk that we have gotten into emotionally. There is assistance though. Here's this little geese. There is somebody who believes in you, in your world, and is trying to boost you and bolster you up. But as we know, I mean, even though that's very nice, we got to do it ourselves. That gesture of self-confidence, belief in yourself, that you have your own back has got to come from you first and foremost. So I think there's something here with the Queen of Pentacles that you're going to do, especially in your birthday season, because remember, this is for our whole transit of the Venus in Leo, which goes until the beginning of October. But especially during your birthday time. And it's interesting because Mercury will be retrograde in your sign for your birthday. And Venus will be retrograde in your sign for birthdays up until September 4th or 5th, depending on where you are in the world. Okay, so as we know, our birthday season can be a time when we do go through a reevaluation. All right, what did I do last year? Did certain things work out? What do I want for my upcoming year ahead? So I think You're going to have a strong conversation with yourself, especially around your birthday. You're going to re-examine, that's very Mercury retrograde, re-examine if you've been acting in your own best interests, Venus. And if you've been really investing your loving energy into the things that are important to you, but also if you've been investing it in yourself, if you've been treating yourself the way you deserve to be treated, etc. Okay, so I think you're going to come up with an exciting plan for your year ahead that's going to help snap you out of whatever's going on over here. Okay, and that smile will come out again. All right, so the soul is glistening. What makes your soul glisten? That's the other thing. Your soul may not be glistening right now if you're in this sort of scenario. Okay, so with your energy, you're in charge of making this happen for yourself. Start with your warm smile. As it says here, let our warm smile be a gesture of a deep faith in oneself. I would suggest, you can Google this, do some mirror work. Do some mirror work. If you've been feeling a little low and down on yourself, maybe you can Google, I think Louise Hayes talks about mirror work. I'm sure other people do also. And start with that warm smile and really looking at yourself in the mirror with that and treating yourself and seeing yourself with that beautiful energy that you are. You can manifest anything you want, Virgo, in your life. You are the Queen of Pentacles. So you can blossom. You can manifest all sorts of gorgeous stuff in your garden of plenty. All right, Libras, let's see what you need to know about your Venus in Leo glow up for your soul, your body, mind, and spirit. Let's see. Libras. Ooh, here we go. Deeper. Ooh, it looks like even the Venus symbol here. Wow. Deeper. Number 12, birthing pools, orientation to love. The sacral chakra, deliciously steady in silent wonder. Looking 100 years downstream, what is flowing from you? Where to now, darling? A gentle paradise foretold in trust? Trust in your sacred heart. Trust in your sacred body. Trust in your divine growth. Let us flow from a pool of deep intimacy where honor dwells. Let us drink in the promise to be exquisitely kind, unified by our love. This is a beautiful card. This is very Libra, this card. Okay, so this is a big, big message here about trust. Going deeper into yourself to find that trust, find that faith in yourself, in the universe. Okay? And I think this is the big question. Where to now, darling? Where are you going, Libra? This has been a theme that's been coming up, of course, in the readings for your sign. As Pluto's gone into your 5th house and then back into the 4th. And, you're dealing with themes of where am I grounding myself and finding myself in the world? And then what do I want to create next? All right. So this is, we've been talking about this on the channel. So let's see what we need to know about trusting in yourself and the new directions that are revealing themselves to you in your life. All right. But it is time to go deeper within yourself. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have here for you. Libras. Ariel. Oh, okay, Libras, going deeper. Because it's interesting, the Venus is there on the card, and you're ruled by Venus. So, and this card feels so aligned to Libran energy. Going deeper into your essence. All right, let's see. Libras, Page of Wands. Look deeper. Go deeper, and we have a magnifying glass here. Okay. And we have your energy, the King of Swords. Wow. Okay, now, in this particular deck, we have male and female kings. Oh, look, and here's the male version. So, that's just how this particular deck was created, and that's fine. So it's interesting. Look, I like this. I love this deck so much, this tarot deck. It's linked below if you want to get it for yourself. This King of Swords in this deck, I love the fairy lights that are on her ball gown here. So there is maybe something, again, about your own personal magic, your light being lit from within with that deep knowing of who you are, living by your values, where you're going. Making magic happen that lights up your path. So the Page of Wands here is interesting. That is, of course, the fire energy, and Venus is in Leo, the fire. And we have this magnifying glass, and wands are about taking action and moving forward, but it's a page. So this is about, I think, some inception during this transit of, well, first going deeper and finding and figuring out what this, where to now, darling, that you're going. But also it is about making the plan and actually taking the first steps forward on this. So in other words, you may get the first, few rungs going here with your fairy lights. You may get the first rungs, going for you, with this transit. There may be, when Venus is retrograde, from the end of July until the beginning of September, there may be a few rethinks and redos, and that's fine. And then you start again. This is a process. You may start something and decide, okay, that's okay, but then I want to kind of regroup on that. Maybe that isn't exactly the direction or exactly the way I want it to unfold. So allow yourself to make some tweaks to the plan. And I would say by the time we get to your birthday season, so the end of September into the beginning of October, just right when this transit is going to be ending, the Venus and Leo transit, I think you're gonna have a very strong forward motion, more than just the Page of Wands. You're going to be further down the path with this. And I also feel that it's going to just take, this is the unfolding of making a major decision of life direction for you, I feel. And this life direction could be a creative life direction, where you're going with your job, what are you doing with your home, who you're living with, something else may be going on for you, whatever it is, apply it to your life. So that's why it is a process, and that's why it's not about rushing it. It is about looking deeper and taking your time, because it is going to involve a decision that it's important for you to make, because it's about your life and your direction. And it's all well and good to consider other people. Of course, yours is the sign of relationships and partnerships and the scales and other people, etc. But there's something here, I feel it's much more, what's coming up for you next is really much more about aligning with deep desires and deciding for yourself what this next direction is going to look like. You yourself, first and foremost. Okay, so very interesting energies here, Libra. All right, Scorpio, let's see what we need to know about your Venus in Leo glow up energy for body, mind, and spirit. What do the Scorpios need to know? Let's find out. Scorpio. Ooh, all right. Wow. The sunlight of forgiveness has no end. The sunlight of forgiveness has no end. Look at that. Beautiful. Good spirits. Number 14, facing the sun. Solar plexus chakra, which is about your will and your confidence. Let the pure soul fire burn through inherent beliefs that hide personal potential. Let us learn to turn the wheel of forgiveness 7 times towards freshness. This is so appropriate considering the fact that the South Node is finishing up its transit of your sign by the middle of July. Let us forgive the blindness of desire and envy and embrace the light of simplicity guided by the spirit of fun. She asked me to forgive myself so we could play our part. She asked me to forgive myself so we could embody good spirits. She asked me to forgive myself simply because it was time. She said she would wait because where we were going was timeless. Okay, whoever the she is, apply it to your life, right? So forgiving yourself, and the things that you have been going through with the South Node going through your sign for the last year and a half. But also, I feel like this first thing about let the pure soul fire burn through inherent beliefs that hide your potential. All right, I think that's important. And good spirits. You've been through a major healing cycle, releasing all sorts of things in your life with that South Node that don't serve you anymore, literally, but also don't serve you karmically. And so just being kind and gentle to yourself, and letting yourself get ready for advancing with some new personal potentials in your life. Okay, so let's see what those might be for you. Of course, Venus in Leo, that is your 10th house of career also. So it could be that there's going to be important, personal potential that you're going to start developing during this transit of Venus in Leo in regards to your career. All right, but we're just looking at the overall energies here, but keep that in mind. All right, let's see. The Magician, personal power, and the Six of Wands, gorgeous. Okay, so Six of Wands, triumph, success, sipping from the nectar of life, enjoying life again, feeling that life is a little bit easier. Okay, and the Magician here, gorgeous, which is about your personal power, creating new things, manifestation. And in this deck in particular, this has to me a Jack and the Beanstalk vibe. So I think a brand new magical destiny of something that could grow into a beautifully fantastic opportunity situation for you. I mean, especially with the Six of Wands, by you taking charge of your destiny, of your creativity. This is going to be the time with this Venus and Leo for you to plant fresh seeds. Leave the past in the past. We have a card of new beginnings here with the Magician. Forgive yourself. What did or didn't happen, whatever went down, didn't go down, whatever you feel you've achieved up to this point, or you haven't, or whatever. It's clean slate time. But it's not just clean slate, hit a reset button, but it's not just that. It's really about that deep forgiveness of yourself, as this card was saying, so that you are able to step with joy into these new beginnings. Okay, so throat chakras here. This is also a lot about communications. So I feel some sort of fresh, creative initiative with speaking your truth, writing your truth, performing your truth, whatever container that might take for you of creative self-expression is something you may want to look at as well with this energy here. Soul fire burned through inherent beliefs that hide personal potential. It's time to step into your personal potential in a way, a greater way than perhaps you have done before. And with the Six of Wands, it is about leadership. It is about venturing forward, onward, taking a journey of your creative spirit. Taking yourself on some sort of journey of your creative spirit is what I feel here. Because the Six of Wands, this is joy, right? And we feel a lot of the times when we're in that state of flow, working on our art, working on our magic, whatever our magic is, our personal brand of magic, we are in that flow. We are sipping from the nectar of life, and time passes quickly and life is joyful. So this is about bringing more joy through your personal power, especially through communications and your personal potential. And feeling confident about your person. Both of these are confident energies. Feeling confident about your personal potential of whatever it is you want to do. But again, put the past in the past. It's new seeds, new growth, and whatever you start during this Venus in Leo transit could grow very rapidly, like the magic beans from Jack in the Beanstalk. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what you need to know about your Venus in Leo glow up. Your physical, mental, emotional glow up during the Venus in Leo transit, Sagittarius. Ariel's concentrating. Let's see. Saggies. Ooh, we have see-through. Beautiful. See-through. Number 32. The Song of Indigo. Butterfly kisses. Third eye chakra. Imagine the butterfly effect of forgiveness with the qualities of timelessness and boundlessness. Imagine your forgiveness has transcendent wings. Let us become transparent and one with truth as we merge the future with present and past. Let the soft, healing waters of forgiveness flood through our inner landscape. Let us receive the blessing of our own forgiveness and pass it on. Let us each play our part as a human portal for evolutionary energies. Let us continue to activate the power of forgiveness with personal exquisiteness. Okay, so the gentle touch, I feel, of self-forgiveness, something going on here. So seeing through ways maybe you don't forgive yourself or are too hard on yourself. And this is very Sag, this energy. That you are the sign of truth, right? Let us become transparent and one with truth as we merge the future with present and past. So it could be also that you do need to see through to some sort of truth that maybe you've not been wanting to see, or maybe somebody's been hiding a truth from you as well, and you're seeing through to, what's really going on. I mean, that's possible. And then again, the energy represented in this card is about the forgiveness too. And that's sometimes interesting for Sag, because you can be Sag, I love you guys, but sometimes Sagittarian energy does have a little bit of self-righteousness about it. So a little bit of I told you so. And, and oftentimes you are right. I mean, I'll give you that. Absolutely. But sometimes the forgiveness part is interesting for Sag to look at. Okay. So I think it's interesting. And of course, self-forgiveness as well. All right, so let's pull some cards and see what we need to know about that for you. And the butterfly kisses, to me, with this card could signify those gentle little pecks of our intuition, those little flutters that we get, because this card is about the third eye chakra. It's the indigo energies. All right. We have the Seven of Cups. Wow. And there's your energy, Page of Wands. All right, I'm going to read this a couple different ways. It's possible. I mean, look how the colors are matching here. I think it's possible that somebody in your world could be just living in a fantasy land. For whatever reason, they're not really grounded to reality. This is not deliberate deception. This is just they can't handle truth. They are just living in a fantasy land of their own making. Okay. So if you're expecting truth from that person, you're probably just going to get illusions, delusions, but not because they're deliberately being jerks or whatever. No, it's just that's how they operate. So it's up to you with the Page of Wands here with your magnifying glass. It is up to you to, as it says here, see through and look deeper and see very closely what is actually the truth and going on with that person. Okay, so that's the first thing I would say about this. If you're expecting everybody to be operating as you do with your exquisite truth-telling, it's not happening. Definitely not happening with somebody around you. Now, the other way I'm going to look at this energy with the Seven of Cups can be, what dreams am I choosing for myself? So you may need to forgive yourself for perhaps wasting some time in not choosing things that have been totally appropriate for you. And you may need to acknowledge, first of all, the self-forgiveness. And then, the universe is going to be presenting you with this Venus and Leo transit some options to expand your world, to start fulfilling some dreams. So listen to your intuition where it's leading you, and see through any way that you block yourself or, to choose the things that are not fully aligned for you in some way. Okay, so really I feel like looking at your own motivations with the Page of Wands here, in terms of what you're choosing for your life, who you're choosing to let into your life, all of those things. Venus and Leo is happening in your 9th house of the big picture perspective of your life. So I feel like this is very much about like the direction you see yourself going in, particularly I would say from now until your birthday, really. I know our Venus and Leo transit only goes until the beginning of October, but even so, I feel like, again, next 6-7 months, this is what's really going on here for you. But yeah, there's some component of that self-forgiveness here. And with the butterfly, it can be about the transformation necessary to pursue a particular dream. And are you being honest with yourself about, what that is, what you need to do to get that, etc. It's not saying that you can't have it, but, just looking at it clearly as well of what does need to be done. I feel like there's just maybe some ways you're choosing things that you could just make better choices for yourself that are more aligned for you. And you're at a real turning point with that, I think, that you're going to start doing that. You're going to really start forgiving yourself for all sorts of stuff. And you're going to start choosing things that really could move your life forward, the bigger picture perspective of your life, move it forward in brand new directions that are just better for you. All right, Capricorn, let's see what you need to know about your Venus in Leo glow up a transit for your physical, mental, emotional energies. Capricorn. Ooh. Oh, isn't this beautiful? We have lullaby. The number 25. Nectar. Beloved darling heart. Tenderness. Throat chakra. She discovered her song as she walked the river's edge. Over and over, she softly sang her song through the timeless valley of letting go. Enfolding herself as she rested, the butterflies came. Change is eternal and imminent. The unforgettable lullabies that soothe play through the sacred waters of life. The harmony of spirit is an omnipresent weaving. Our spirit songs are salve enlivening to our cosmic heart. Change is eternal and imminent. There is a very positive change on the horizon for you, Capricorn. And it's the throat chakra that is emphasized in this particular card. So, this may have to do with your communication skills, your writing, speaking, teaching, your networking, your performance, all of those things, and some positive change coming. Communicating your needs with tenderness, the word is on here, really expressing yourself from your beloved darling heart. That's what I feel with this. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we need to know. Gorgeous. All right. Capricorn. Change is eternal and imminent. That means it's coming on in, Capricorn, right? It's on its way. And Venus is transiting your 8th house of change and transformation, the Leo. So, wow. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got going on. The 9 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Oh, look, there's the Lovers and there's the Ace of Swords. Just saying. Okay, because this week we have a 9 and then the 10 of Cups with this lullaby. So I'm going to read this a couple different ways, but particularly for Capricorns who have been wanting to change their single status. This has been a theme. I mean, I've told Capricorns to get ready. If Jupiter is in your 5th house of romance right now, and with Venus in your 8th house of intimate partnerships, this Venus in Leo transit could be very interesting in manifesting a wish for a beautiful new person coming into your life. It could be somebody you already know. I mean, that's possible. Maybe, they're on your radar or whatever. So it is about singing your song, living your truth, speaking your truth. The essence of who you are is what is attracting them. The way you carry yourself, the way you speak about yourself, the way you speak about others, the way you communicate about the world. They want to hear what you have to say. That's another thing. It's important. Gorgeous, beautiful, and lullaby. I mean, I'm just going to say, somebody who you would feel comfortable, singing you to sleep. I mean, it's gorgeous, beautiful. I love that song by the Smiths. Sing Me to Sleep. You can Google that. That's what I'm getting from this energy. Sing Me to Sleep. So, yeah, go Google that. It's a great song. All right, now, 10 of Cups. Not everybody wants a partnership. For whatever reason, you're too busy with your career or whatever. I think what this is also saying, that 10 of Cups for me can be just the ultimate in personal happiness because it's the 10. So we have the 9 and then the 10. So you are reaching a culmination, a critical turning point where whatever your appetite has been, that's appetite, 9 of Cups, for creating some sort of important change in your life that would bring big wish fulfillment and bring happiness to your life. Everybody defines happiness in different ways. It is Cups showing up here. It could be financial, of course. It could be just, creative in some way or family related happiness. Whatever, okay? Change is imminent. It's on its way. I would say, because we started with the 9 here, I would say that this beautiful wish fulfillment may be more likely to be happening for you in the middle of September, okay? Now, it doesn't mean it can't happen before now. Of course it can, but Venus is retrograde the end of July until September 4th. I feel like that new moon in Virgo is going to be important for you on the 15th. And then, the last half of September, when Venus will still be in Leo, I think could show the manifestation of this beautiful change that you have wanted for your personal life and whatever your personal goals are. So, very nice. And I just think this is gorgeous here. So, timings are always, it's a general reading, but just keep your vibe high. The 9 of Cups, keep your vibe high. Keep it focused on, that which you want to manifest. And it looks like some beautiful joy and happy changes are imminent for you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to know for this Venus in Leo glow up. Your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual energies with the Venus in Leo transit. Aquarius, let's see what we need to know for you. Ooh, beautiful. Look at this. I am made for inclusive love. Number 4, listen softly. Unfurl naturally. Receive. Root chakra. Can you hear stardust petals falling through your mind? When did your star seeds grow velveteen wings? Did you get lost for eons in the fantasy or in the crossing over? This is a very Aquarian energy in this card. As love reaches out to take you by the hand, will you accept a sweeter destiny? Let us hold hands in celebration at the gates of dancing dreams. Let us freely exchange our inner pearls, dissolving all codependence. Let our interdependence unfurl naturally from within. I am made for inclusive love. This is beautiful. And it's so interesting because Venus is transiting your 7th house of relationships, both business and personal. So yeah, it's about not being in codependence, but being in interdependence. and accepting a sweeter destiny with all your love connections in your life. Okay, whatever form they may take. So, wow, so beautiful. Listening softly to what you need to have inclusive love in your relationships. Okay, let's see what we need to know about that for you, Aquarius. Let's see what we need to know. Beautiful. And when Venus transits our 7th house, it is very possible that, it brings in new connections to our lives. So, all right, let's see what we have for you. Aquarius, the 6 of Wands. This card's come up a couple times today. And the Knight of Swords. If you have been really wanting some sort of sweet companion, could be a new friend, it could be a kitty, a puppy, or a paramour. Puppy or paramour, which would you choose? Or you can have both. I think that very quickly with the Knight of Swords, that person, that situation could come in for you. Okay, so hold hands in celebration at the gates of dancing dreams. That's very much a 6 of Wands as well. 6 of Wands is a celebration energy. As I have said in this video, it is sipping from the nectar of life. It is about enjoyment. It is about beauty. It's about creative self-expression as well, with the hummingbird throat chakra being emphasized. But because the root chakra is in this card, this is also about grounding yourself in joy, in play, in making that part of your daily life, and maybe even making creative self-expression part of your daily life also. Okay, will you accept a sweeter destiny as love reaches out to take you by the hand? I think very quickly love could be coming in to reach you and take you by the hand. This could also signal if you have a partner, there could be a beautiful reconnection because perhaps you guys bring more joy into your relationship by going out and about, by making spur of the moment. Knight of Swords to me is spur of the moment decision to get out there and do something fun, like go to a concert, go for a long weekend, or, whatever you guys like to do. But it's something spontaneous, spur of the moment, Knight of Swords. It's just boom, oh, let's go do that. Okay, great. So, sometimes you need to do it. So if you may also need to express to your partner, I would like it if you would do that once in a while for me as well. We have a sweet love. Can you please take me by the hand and, make something magical happen for us this weekend? All right, like something like that. Okay, because it is about receiving. That's on this card. So it's not just about you making all the plans and being the giver, but also being the receiver, being on the receiving end of that type of energy. Okay, and as it says here, let us freely exchange our inner pearls, dissolving all codependence. So it is important with the throat chakra here, and even the swords, the Knight of Swords, like speaking up for what you need, rather than playing the dance of codependence that, often we don't speak of what we need and it's a guessing game, right? No, it's time to have more honest and open communication in your relationships. And this can also be in a business or, friendship sense as well. Remember, Venus is going to be in your 7th house. So Knight of Swords also, what this is saying to me is, rather than waiting for things to get to the point where there's an outburst of energy, have the loving communication instead before it gets to that point also. Okay, with the Knight of Swords. So, we read energy. We read all different ways to look at these energies. So you are made for inclusive love. Wow. Beautiful. Thank you, Ariel. So Stardust Petals. I would suggest, with the Stardust Petals here, I would definitely suggest some sort of beautiful night under the stars. You got 4 months to make it happen. Okay, so some sort of beautiful night under the stars with you and a BFF, you and a paramour, you and your significant other, whatever, making some magic and making some beautiful, beautiful connections. All right, Pisces, let's see what the Venus in Leo energy has to say for you. Your glow up, spiritual, mental, emotional energies. Pisces, the Pisces glow up with Venus in Leo. Let's find out. Ooh, we have sanctity, creative evolution, the number 33, the song of indigo, and surrender. Your third eye chakra. In the storm of the mind, with the clouds that separate, the shocks that surprise, the raining thoughts that drench enthusiasm, the quality of the song of indigo remains the same. The all-knowing one is omnipresent, calling your name, yet silent. When one surrenders to witnessing the storm of impermanence, the dragonfly's dream will touch your heart, and a whirlwind of freedom will stain your being with the song of indigo. The storm will not change you as deeply as your own surrender to truth. Okay, so we have here like the storm of the mind. So that suggests to me like a Five of Swords, like type energy, right? There's clouds, there's shocks that surprise, there's thoughts raining on you that maybe drench your enthusiasm, as it says here. But it's all part of you going through some sort of important change, right? As it says, the storm of impermanence. And after that, the sky's clear, and we have the dragonfly's dream touching your heart and a whirlwind of freedom. Right? So it's not so much about the storm changing you, but your surrender to the truth of what you need to do when the sky's clear. Okay, so let's see what we need to know about that for you, Pisces. Okay, let's see. Pisces. Okay, Ariel, don't knock that on the floor. Thank you. Okay, Pisces. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the two. Well, we can't end on a Two of Swords. We need another one. All right, so you get a bonus card pull. Let's see with Ariel's flicking tail. And the Ace of Cups. Gorgeous. Okay. So it's absolutely about choosing yourself. Okay, choosing your heart's desires. Choosing maybe some sort of fresh situation with love, a creative project, whatever sets your heart ablaze, right? Whatever makes you feel the cup of joy in your heart. And that is your energy, the cups, right? But there is something here about freedom, getting your freedom. The Eight of Swords is here and then the Two of Swords. And you can see that you are trapped in some sort of indecision. And it's that indecision, as it says here, the storm of the mind. I mean, here's what's going on, right? And the storm of impermanence, something may be coming to set you free, but it also may be that it's the storm that's simply raging in your own heart and mind. So once you can make a decision, once you can acknowledge to yourself with the Two of Swords, Eight of Swords here, that you have the power. Here you are, Ace of Cups. You have the power to set yourself free. Here's all the butterflies of freedom, right? You have this power to set yourself free from situations, entanglements that are not aligned for you emotionally, especially because the cups are here. All right. And yeah, I mean, you could be afraid for some reason of making this change, but I think it's maybe all in your head. I mean, maybe not all of it because, but you could be making it a little worse through your imagination, and perhaps also through some denial about the situation or what is truly within your power or not within your power in regards to this change, right? So it just could be your imagination's kind of running away with you. Good Rolling Stones song there, if you want to listen to that, okay? So it's like some of your imagination's running away with you with this. Okay, so as it says here, the storm will not change you as deeply as your own surrender to truth. So this Ace of Cups to me is your surrender to your truth, your emotional truth, what you need to fill your cup, to fill your heart, to fill your soul that will make you happy. And it involves some sort of fresh start because it's the ace showing up here. So this Venus in Leo is happening in your 6th house of work and well-being. So it may involve issues concerning that. Okay, so, just ponder on that, if you will. This is a process. And, in terms of timelines, I mean, it's different for everybody. But I would say you're probably going to, have a big rethink when Mercury is retrograde also in Virgo, your 7th house of other people and relationships, and Venus will be retrograde at the same time in that 6th house of work and well-being. So how do work relationships, how do personal relationships support you, or do they not? So that may be at the crux of this situation. So by the time we get to the middle of September, you may be ready to finally choose yourself. This Ace of Cups. It could happen sooner, of course. But I think, these are kind of entrenched energies with the 8 and the 2 here. So it may take a little time to really open up your mind and admit and surrender, as it says in this card, to your own truth of what you need from, I would say, either relationships or some sort, or a relationship that's not enhancing your well-being. That's the other thing. So it's time to take care of yourself, Ace of Cups. And Venus is not just about, it's not just about love and money. It's also about self-love, because she rules the 2nd house, Taurus, right? Which is about money and self-esteem, self-love. So I feel like there's something important there to look at for you, Pisces. So thank you so much for joining me for your Venus in Leo Glow Up Oracle and Tarot card reading. I hope these energies were helpful. I would love for you to leave me a comment and let me know what's going on for you with the energies that were brought out in the reading. I would love to hear. And don't forget to hit that join button so you can watch my little video on what my YouTube membership is all about, because it's really fun. We already have a little group of people in there, and I'd love to have you join us. What I'm especially excited about with the membership is that we're going to be using all sorts of, there's already content in there for you to check out, but going forward, I'm using all sorts of brand new, fresh to the market tarot and oracle decks. And I plan on also doing a lot of lives in that group where you'll have the opportunity for me to pull a card or two for you as time and energy allow. So definitely check it out. I'd love to see you in there. All right. Love you guys. Take care. Stay beautiful. Stella Wilde signing out.